welcome to the CX Live Dialogues. I'm delighted to have with us today Rachit Bansal, General Manager at NICE, responsible for the customer engagement business in the Middle East region. Rachit is an accomplished professional with over 20 years of experience in leadership, sales, and solutions consulting. Based out of Dubai, Rachit oversees operations and regional sales strategies for the region. Previously, Rachit has served as strategic sales director at Avaya in Singapore and held consulting roles at Aspects Software, Datacraft, Servion Global Solutions, driving growth and aligning business strategies with customer needs. Welcome, Rachit. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me today.
Now, clearly, Rachit, we're seeing an era of rapid technological advancements, especially AI embracements this year. How does your organization ensure its customer experience strategies are flexible enough to adapt to new innovations and customer expectations?
Thank you so much for that question, because at NICE, that's exactly what we are doing. So we recognize that in this time and age where there's a rapid technological advancement, agility and innovation are the keys to drive the exceptional customer experience. So our focus is grounded around three core principles, which is cloud native, AI-driven platform. So our platform natively is AI-powered, and we ensure that it can scale up quickly and adapt to the real-time needs of the customer. The second piece is our continuous innovation into R&D. So NICE invests significantly of our funds into doing the research and development, staying ahead of the key trends. In fact, in some of the cases, we actually drive that trend from the business standpoint. And also from the customer-centric design. So whatever we deliver, we keep the customer at the heart of it. So we understand what exactly the customers are looking for. There is a lot of brainstorming sessions which happen with many of our customers. And against that, we're also doing the industry benchmarking about what exactly the industry is asking for. And around that is what we are driving majority of our innovation. So ultimately, our commitment to flexibility, innovation, and customer centricity ensures that NICE and its clients are always future ready in this particular dynamic digital landscape, which we can see right now in this era.
Certainly. And NICE has taken a leadership role in this AI-based engagement. Now, as businesses in the Middle East are embracing Omni AI, how do you foresee the real-time analytics and Gen AI revolutionizing customer engagement and loyalty?
So what we are seeing is that business, specifically in the Middle East, is really increasingly embracing the Omni AI. And the convergence of real-time analytics and the generative AI is really driving that part of the engagement. We are seeing that that's really driving both the customer engagement as well as the loyalty across the region. And there are specific transformation way, if I can say, that is the industry is focusing upon. One is the hyper-personalization at scale. So we can see that generative AI is enabling the dynamic creation of the content, what exactly the customers are asking for, and accordingly the response which is being offered to them. Thus, ensuring that from the individual customer standpoint, the behaviors and the profiles are understood and accordingly responded back. Second, what we are seeing as a thing which is really evolving fast is the proactive and a predictive engagement. With all these real-time analytics and the AI coming into the picture, what we are seeing is that the behavior of the customer is becoming more and more predictive, and that's what majority of the brands are really focusing upon in terms of anticipating the need and finding a resolution to that problem, even before actually customer reaches out to them. So that's also very significantly what we are seeing is happening. And of course, besides that, there is the intelligent automation, which is coming as part of the customer journeys. We are seeing that Dubai's got a very diversified I'll say, user base. Adaptability as part of a core platform. That's something which we are seeing a big trend around. And then how you're using the data specifically to drive the strategies around the retention as well as growing your customer base. So that's what we are really seeing. We are seeing that this convergence is going to be actually the game changer for Middle East because of its well known being the having a very high rate of digital adoption and the customer centricity which UAE is known for. So that's I think what we are seeing in majority of the organizations.
Definitely. And again, you've touched upon a very important element there, which is customer retention, which is critical in today's market. What strategies are you seeing organizations implement to build that emotional connect and sustain long term loyalty in a highly competitive landscape?
So at NICE, we believe that customer retention and loyalty are built not just on transaction, but actually the emotional connection and the trust which is cultivated over time, right? So in today's competitive market, when everybody is talking about the technology, we are actually implementing a multifaceted approach to foster those meaningful relationships. One is that we're talking about is our emotionally intelligent AI, which is AI Enlighten, our proprietary purpose-built customer experience platform that we have, which analyzes the interaction in real time and gives and assists the brands to interact with their brands. So that's one of the things that we are talking about, understanding why exactly the customers are reaching out, what exactly is driving customer behavior, and then accordingly help the brands to connect with the end customers at a much deeper and a human level. The other point which we are seeing and as an organization we are focusing upon is proactive personalization, which is again one of the key driving factors which I spoke about earlier at every touch point. So not only just voice, but actually using that personalization and proactiveness at every touch point of the customer is what we feel is gives customer the belief that it's been tailored for them and their preferences have been taken into consideration, thus driving their behavior, what exactly they're looking for. And besides that, what we are also significantly seeing is that many of the organizations are actually driving the voice of the customer programs about how they can hear back from the customers more, what exactly they're asking for or giving feedback upon. Uh, at the same point in time, keeping the agents also into deep consideration out there, how they can empower agents more and more. And when I say agent empowerment, we are not just talking about the human agents, but also the bots for that matter, so that the information which is going through is very consistent. And third, of course, fifth, of course, is the piece of the omni-channel continues to grow as we see it. So overall, as part of NICE, our strategy is actually to just go beyond operational efficiency, but actually we are focusing on the humanizing the technology to drive that emotional loyalty with our customers. I think that's what we are really going after.
Fair enough. Now, according to you, what emerging technologies are going to be vital in enhancing customer journeys and differentiating the brand experience?
So that's a great question because in today's experience-driven economy, the way we see it is technology actually is not just a tool; it's actually the differentiator. So at NICE, we see several technologies which are playing a vital role in shaping and enhancing the customer journeys while helping the brands to stand out in a crowded market. So I think the technology is the only differentiator which is really going to drive that. So one of the pieces that we see is generative AI for the dynamic engagement with the customers. So the way real-time information is made available and a human-like responses is provided to the customers, I think that's something which is definitely driving the smart self-service. That's one of the pieces. We are also seeing that AI-powered journey orchestration in terms of rather than the customers reaching out to you, how you can really drive that customer journey in terms of predicting the intent which they might be either calling up for or they are calling up for, uh, doing that. Also identifying what could be the friction points with respect to this particular customer. So identifying that and then accordingly automating the next best action for this particular customer. And that's all in a very personalized way that we are seeing this happening. The third area of the technology which we see is the sentiment analysis, understanding the customer's sentiments in real time and showing that empathy towards that, whether it's coming from the human-like bots or actually the humans, is extremely critical for this kind of new age, I'll say, communication, which is really evolving in this industry. that we are really focusing on. Eventually, at NICE, our core focus is that we want to understand what exactly the trends are happening, where the industry is moving. And we believe that the future ready customer experience is all about blending the intelligence with empathy. If you can bring these two together, I think that's where the organizations can really craft the journey what they would like to portray or would like to for their customer end customers to take, and that will also give them the end objective that they're trying to achieve with their end customers. So I think that's what we are really focusing on.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Rachit. It's been a pleasure to have you join us today, and we look forward to meeting you and the NICE team at the Customer Experience Live show very shortly. Until then, stay
Thank,
safe.
thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and thank you for your time today.
Bye for now.
Bye.